Alright, so let me properly introduce myself. I'm Jake, a 23-year-old pool boy from Los Angeles. And this crazy roller coaster of a story I'm about to tell you started when I got a job cleaning pools for a bunch of spoiled rich kids. Hey, Jake the pool boy! You must be so proud of your career choice, huh? Seriously, dude? Did you even go to college, or is this your idea of success, huh? Laughter echoes through the group. As if that wasn't enough, they'd come up with the most creative ways to humiliate me. One day, they accidentally dumped a whole bucket of ice water on me while I was cleaning the pool. Oops, my bad. I thought you needed to cool down. You know, from all the hard work you're doing. More laughter. But what they didn't know was that their little games only fueled my determination to get back at them. And the best part? Their own girlfriends were secretly crushing on me. Why can't my boyfriend be more like Jake? He's just so genuine, you know? I know! Plus, there's something incredibly attractive about a guy who isn't afraid to get his hands dirty. One day, I walked by one of those girls, and with a sly grin, I said, "You know, I've heard sunscreen is essential for avoiding wrinkles. Would you like some help applying it?" Her face turned beet red, and she stuttered, no, that's okay. Thanks, though. I just winked and walked away, feeling pretty smug about the whole situation. But you know what? These little flirty exchanges were just the beginning. There's something much bigger and more mysterious going on. But I can't reveal everything just yet. As I navigated the web of wealthy kids and their girlfriends, I received some shocking news. My girlfriend, Lucy, was the president's daughter. I mean, it's not every day you find out you're dating someone who's got the Secret Service on speed dial. Jake, I need to tell you something. My dad? He's the president. Wait. Are you serious? Like, the actual president of the country? Yes. I didn't tell you before because I wanted you to like me for me. Not because of my dad, or who he is, at least. I've always avoided the limelight, and I didn't want our relationship to be based on that. It suddenly dawned on me that I had never been to her house or met her family, and she was always so private about her own personal life. But as if that wasn't crazy enough, my life took another wild turn when Lucy's mom, the First Lady, started to develop feelings for me. It was like being caught in a whirlwind of drama and intrigue I couldn't escape. Jake, I must admit, I find you incredibly attractive. You are so different from all these fake, pretentious people. Thank you, ma'am. But, you know, I'm dating your daughter. I knew I had to tread carefully. The last thing I wanted was to jeopardize my relationship with Lucy. Or worse, create a national scandal. But the First Lady was persistent, and I couldn't help but feel sorry for her. She seemed lonely, stuck in a whirl of political intrigue and fake friendships. Jake, don't you see? My life is so empty. I crave genuine connections, and I feel like I can truly be myself around you. Ma'am, I'm truly flattered, but my loyalty is with Lucy. I can't betray her trust. So, one day, Lucy invited me over to her place for dinner, and I was beyond nervous. I mean, who wouldn't be, knowing that you're about to have dinner with the president himself? I tried to prepare myself, but nothing could have readied me for the roller coaster of a dinner that awaited me. Jake, I want you to come over for dinner tonight. My dad will be there, but don't worry, it'll be fun. Dinner? With the president? That's not something you hear every day, but sure, I'll be there. As I arrived at the presidential residence, I couldn't help but feel like I was way out of my league. But I had to put on a brave face, and I hoped that my sense of humor would help me navigate the evening. At the dinner table, the conversation was flowing, and the president seemed to be a pretty chill guy. I decided to break the ice with a little joke. So, Mr. President, I've always wondered, do you ever wear your presidential pajamas to bed?
Well, Jake, let's just say that some secrets are best kept within the walls of the White House.
We all laughed, and even the First Lady managed to smile. However, I could feel the tension as she kept casting longing glances at me. I tried to steer the conversation back to safer waters. Mr. President, I must say, your chef did an amazing job with this meal. I didn't know you had a culinary genius in the White House.
Yes, our chef is quite talented. But I'll let you in on a little secret, Jake. I still miss my wife's cooking from time to time.
Well, maybe I should cook for you more often, dear. The evening continued, and I could feel the tension in the air getting thicker as the First Lady's affection for me became more apparent. At one point, she tried to corner me in the conversation. Jake, I must say, you're quite an interesting young man. I can see why Lucy is so fond of you. Thank you, Miss President. That's very kind of you to say. I could see her trying to find a way to confess her feelings to me, but I knew I had to act fast to divert the conversation. You know, Mrs. President, I've always been curious about how you and the president met. It must be quite a story. The First Lady hesitated for a moment, but then decided to indulge my question. Well, it's not as exciting as you might think. We met at a fundraiser many years ago. I was immediately captivated by his charm and intelligence.
And I was smitten by her beauty and wit.
As they reminisced about their past, I thought I had successfully avoided the awkward confession. But the First Lady wasn't done yet. Jake, I have to tell you something. I've been feeling a strong connection with you ever since we met, and I just can't ignore it any longer. My mind raced, trying to come up with a witty response to save the situation. Mrs. President, I think it's wonderful that we can all bond like this. It's not every day that you get to have such a meaningful connection with the first family. I think we should cherish this moment and celebrate the friendship that's blossoming between us all. Lucy chimed in, trying to help diffuse the situation. Yes, it's so great to see my family and my boyfriend getting along so well. I knew you'd all hit it off. The president, seemingly oblivious to the underlying tension, agreed wholeheartedly.
Indeed. It's always a pleasure to welcome a new member into our family circle. We should do this more often.